I can see Friday from here, and it is not coming fast enough. I will tell you that much.
Friday is in like an hour, actually.
I know, because it's Thursday.
Thursday!
And it's still not coming fast enough. But we're doing a Top 5 Wednesday video!
And as we post this video, we are currently running around New York City. What?
We are having the time of our freaking lives,
We
guys.
are at Bia.
No, we're at... No, you're right.
We are at Bia.
We will be at BookOn.
Bia. So much energy. So excited.
She will have had way too much Starbucks.
So much Starbucks. It is Top 5 Wednesday.
And we've kind of had a lot of trouble with this one. Not a surprise. It's us. And we just decided to kind of turn this into something we could actually talk about. And the topic for today was supposed to be top 5 books that we will never ever read. And
we do have a few on that list, yeah.
But they're like the antithesis to how we think about books. So we kind of turned it into top 5 books we wish we had never read. And so this is kind of a combination of both. First, on our list of top 5 books that we sometimes wish we never read / never will read.
The Glass Arrow by Kristen Simmons. I wrote a text review on this book. I will link it down below. Chelsey started it. She tried to read it. She got 50 pages in and it was like, no. And me being the stubborn idiot that I am was like, no, I can totally do this.
I mean, it's about like dystopias and gender politics and fertility and...
things I love. Specifically gender politics.
But did it do it well?
No. Its major flaw was it was very confused. Because it didn't... Okay, so you have the society where women are subjugated and, they're bought and they're sold and then they're returned and like... It tried to do so many, awful things to their female population that it became so convoluted. It's just women are to be used, but purity is valued, but purity isn't valued because they need to make babies. And it's just you choose one or two and focus on them. Just one or two. And then the main character was one of the most annoying people I've ever read about. She was awful and whiny, and so I'm so better than everybody else. And I was just I'm very rarely do I put a book down. This book was almost chucked across the room.
Didn't you say they put 3 people on a horse?
Yes, they did put 3 people on a horse. 2 people were on the saddle, and 1 person was hanging on the back of the saddle on the rump, which made me very suspicious. But
that's more than likely not going to happen.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get very far.
Your turn!
Books that you're never going to read. I have one for you, and that is 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes, actually. You just throwing everything on me this time. I have no interest in reading 50 Shades of Grey.
I had to read it to see what everyone was talking about.
I have some of my friends have done dramatic readings for me, and they're hilarious. But I just it's Twilight again, is how I see it, And I've read Twilight, I don't need Twilight, plus, the sexy bits,
It's not even really Twilight, it's mostly just sexy bits. And, when I put it down was when it decided that it needed a plot. And I was like, I can't do this. This is done. When it hit the 3rd book and they were like, oh, somebody tried to blow up his plane and now he's coming to murder. I was like, I can't. I'm done.
Not my thing. I'm just I don't need this in my life,
I get you.
It's just
I totally respect that choice. It was one I might have made. I didn't, but
Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought him back.
Oh, don't say that. Talking about 50 Shades of Grey. Please don't.
Okay, books you wish you never read. Piratica.
Oh my lord.
Piratica is by Tanith Lee.
And we read this in high school, and our memories of this are possibly bigger than the horror show that this was.
There was a guy, and he was so sad that his hair went white.
Which apparently is a thing. They call it Marie Antoinette syndrome.
Really?
I just learned that. But at the time, it struck us as very, very crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways, that wasn't the only thing. There were pirates. There were parrots that were part of a puzzle that were on the island for hundreds and hundreds of years, and I don't know what would have happened if a predator had accidentally eaten one of the puzzle pieces.
It is a book that I actually really want to go back and read to see if my opinion on it changes, but the problem is one of our friends has our only copy.
Oh, we could find one if we were really that inclined.
Oh, I'm not that inclined. I want my copy back. That's what I want. I want this book back.
This was a weird book. Pick it up if you're really interested, but it was strange and I did not like it. I did not like it one bit.
Who knows, maybe one year we'll do a pirate month.
Oh, please. Actually, I'd like that. Okay.
Okay, pirate month.
On my list of things I wish I had never read. And keep this in mind, I actually liked this book, but it has brought me to a dark place where I cannot read this genre anymore. And that is Mary Lou's
Young Elites.
Yeah, see? Okay.
We were talking about this when we were walking over here, specifically how this book has kind of killed dark fantasy for both of us because it was so on point. Like, it was just so, like, it did it. It just did it.
It was the epitome of dark fantasy. Like, the main character was practically irredeemable. She was, like, a menace to herself.
Always haunted by the ghosts of people who she killed. That messed with me. That was probably what got to me the most.
She was Lady Macbeth.
Or how she accidentally killed her love interest. What?
Yeah. It was just like nothing went right in this book. There was nothing beautiful about this world.
Good.
Yeah.
So good.
But I wish almost that I had never read this book so that I could go back and enjoy dark fantasy again. I miss it. We were great pals until the awful thing happened. So, I kind of wish I had never read that book. She's broken as a person.
I am broken as a person, but I was broken as a person a long time ago.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the next book on the list, books that I wish I had never read, and that would be The Daughter of the Blood by Anne Bishop.
And she's been trying to foist this on me, so if there was ever a broken person, it's her who tries to spread her misery. Thanks for that.
This is also a dark fantasy book. I can't really go into details, because, I'm going to put this in quotation marks. Sexy.
Is it erotica?
No, it's one of those nice books where it fades to black before anything gets really, it's more kind of like setting up the
fucking
scene.
Point.
I don't know, man, but I did a book swap with one of my friends. I gave her American Gods. She gave me this book. I read it. I sent a lot of people many texts while I read this book of paragraphs. I think I did a blog post on this a long time ago.
I'm sure you did.
But it's special. There are magical rings that control people.
That don't go on your fingers.
That don't go on your fingers. Think about that.
Also, on books I wish I had never read, I'm putting Project Cain on there.
Of course you are.
Just. Ow!
The thing is, you did Project Cain, I did Project Cain and Cain's Blood.
I tried Cain's Blood.
I got them both.
I got 70% of the way through Cain's Blood, and I was like, I don't even need to read this. She's finished it already. I'm done.
I did them both. I wrote a really intense blog post.
It was so bad.
I know.
We didn't need that in our lives.
I know. But we did it.
And it's left its mark.
It
you
has.
Can't look at serial killers the same way.
I know.
Oh.
I know. So yeah, that is the mess of this video. These are our thoughts that we're at BIA. Just see us there.
Alright. See you on the other side, guys.